Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fast Family Racing League Cup Series. Tonight, we are live from the Charlotte Roval for the running of the Bank of America Roval 400. This is your host, Arkham Boss 01 with Odd Coast and Intimidator. So, guys, we're at a non-traditional road course, a half road course, half oval track. So, how do y'all think this is gonna end out tonight?
Well, as a truck series competitor, I am now finally back in the truck league for Fast Family, and I ran my first truck race in quite some time at the Roval just last night. And just from what I saw from that standpoint alone, there was quite a bit of crazy, action-packed racing all over the road course, pretty much. And things are really intense. A lot of good battles all over the facility. So I think that's what we're going to see a lot tonight.
Yeah, Terminator. I really have to agree with you there. I think the drivers that keep their car nice and balanced and square, whoever keeps it nose the cleanest, probably has the best chance to win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. This is not a traditional road course. You know, you may be thinking, why am I saying that? Well, if you think of road courses like Sonoma or Watkins Glen, they don't really have a oval part of the track to those race courses. This one, it does. They basically took half of Charlotte Motor Speedway, but turned it into a road course. So it's definitely going to be interesting. One of the turns that may cause a lot of people problems, and it's right at the restart, is we all know it as the heartburn turn, or the Tom's heartburn term or turn, Intimidator and Oddcoast. So, first of all, how are these drivers going to have to drive in order to get through that first turn?
Really cautiously.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Please, I was just going to say really cautiously. Go ahead.
I was just, yeah, I agree, with what you just said. A lot of the time, pretty much not just any other road course or track, a lot of the drivers will really want to get it on the throttle as soon as they take the green and try to make up as many spots as they can. You know the name of the game. You want to get to the front as fast as you can. Not at this particular road course, though. As Darkin Boss just describes, the first turn, Tom's heartburn turn, if you go too quick, that sharp left for the first turn, that could get you in trouble pretty quick. We've seen drivers in past times racing there completely blow the heartburn turn and hit straight to the wall there. So definitely got to be very cautious and not go so fast quite yet.
Oddcoast, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, but I was have to be really careful too. Is once they downshift going through their gears, they have to be real careful about getting on the throttle too quick. Because what happens is if you get on the throttle too quickly and you don't, you're not careful about it, your car will stop around it because all the horsepower that you have.
Yeah, definitely. That is something.
Yeah, definitely. And I say that another important thing that these drivers are going to have to really be aware of are the blue little strips on the course there, and those are known as the dreaded turtles. And I hit a few of those myself in the truck race last night, and it almost got me around completely. So I understand, while it's important to at the Charlotte Roval, like most other road courses, pretty much, not just in NASCAR but any other racing league, um, there's a lot of passing zones, a lot of opportunities that drivers will like to use to pass another car in front of them. But if you hit those turtles though, and they're going at just the right amount of speed, and they're not handling your car or truck well enough, that could get you in a lot more bad than it would have gotten you good by making that pass. So definitely got to watch out for those turtles there.
Yeah, definitely. You were talking about the passing zones here, Intimidator, and one of my favorite passing zones last night, as of course, actually all three of us were truck competitors last night. So yeah, the truck series supporting the Cup series here. But one of the passing zones that I really enjoyed was when you come off of the turn and you go on the first turn of the oval part of this track.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like that right there. I feel like that's a great passing zone if you can get a good run coming off of the road course part.
yeah, yeah. When you're exiting that turn, because how fast you can get off that turn really dictates um, your top end speed going down the fast part of the um, track, and that really can give you a really nice a nice opportunity to turn as you're going down there. You know.
Yeah, Intimidator. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a good passing zone?
You mean the backstretch chicane, right?
Yeah, where you come out,
No, the yeah,
where
the
you
oval, like when
when
you
you're making the
come.
sharp left hander and you're when you're really hitting the right, your truck or in this case car just almost hits the wall.
Yeah, yeah, I think it might be a good opportunity to pass some people in front of you, just as long as like you guys said, get the run right and get the timing perfect. Um, as long as you're really careful with those two things, you could definitely open up a lot of opportunity to pass some cars in front of you in that zone. So well said by both of you.
All right. Not to change topics, but before the race started, I just wanted to go over the cup standings. Going into this right now.
Oh, I hate to interrupt you there, Aud. Uh, we just had an incident in qualifying.
I
One of
didn't
the
hear it.
drivers, Liberd 58, um, as he was coming out of his final qualifying run, he clipped one of those unknown parts of the track that gave him a penalty, and it stopped him right before the finish line.
Oh no.
So, tough break for him. But continue with what you were saying, Akos, about the Cup Series points.
Oh no, no, it's okay. So let me go ahead and so it looks like heading into the race looks like we have Austin Icon 40 in the number 5 car. It's actually a Toyota. Who's lead, followed by 99 right behind him. With having 200, followed by Extreme Shocks. Top three.
Looks like we're having some technical issues there.
That's a long it sounds
Oh,
like.
here we go. Here we go. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
much
you go.
better.
Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So I was saying, looks like heading into the race, as far as the Cup standings go, we're gonna have well, right now, Austin Icon 42 in the 25 car is currently leading the point standings with 290 points and 3 wins, followed by Mr. Slide Job 1996 in the 88 car, who has 281 points and 2 wins, followed by Extreme Shocks, who is in the number 8 Chevy with 280 points. Um, I'm not listening. Read down the list. We got a big belly brand 47 in fourth, followed by me and Arkham teammate T Glass 19, who is in the 2-4 in the fifth place, followed by the Magical Loaf, Magic Peak, and then Alec 95 in the 95 car, followed by Cobra Jet 51, and then Nilo 1 LLAMG. Um, uh, followed by Boost to Toast's 80, and then Zach 7007 in the 10 car, who will actually not be here tonight, unfortunately. And I just want to say shout out to him and his family. We, at all Fast Family Racing, wish him and his family nothing but the best. We all want to give him a prayer. Followed by Tev88 Crunchy, Liberate, Dab King, Ford Tough, Team Swish, Merkel Iceman, and it looks like 8 Nismo 250, and last but not least, Bro 27D.
Yeah, one mention to that point, another driver that's not going to be here tonight, I believe, is the driver of Big Belly Brand. Not going to go too detailed into what happened, but I think there was a disagreement somewhere, and he ended up momentarily leaving the league. We don't know if he's going to be back, but I believe he's one of the drivers that is going to miss tonight's race as well.
Yeah.
Already they finished qualifying, so we are going to wait to get that invite to the race so that we can throw the green flag here. But gentlemen, please, if you have more to say before the green flag, go ahead.
So we know this is a road course, Darkham. So let's talk about how the cautions work at road courses.
Yeah, definitely. Cautions at road courses, Intimidator, Oddcoast, also fans at home. We are doing what is called road course cautions, which means a caution does not come out unless a wreck happens and it blocks the field from going into the turn. Like, it just blocks the pathway. And secondly, a caution doesn't happen unless a driver has engine damage from wrecking with another driver. They can't cause engine damage themselves, but if they're involved in a two-car incident and they have engine damage, that also throws the caution. So definitely different circumstances tonight, Oddcoast and Intimidator.
Yeah, absolutely. I just got the invite, so as soon as I'm in, I'll about you guys. Yep. Oh, crap. Okay. Thanks.
Don't worry about it, Oddcast. It's I got Libert's stream up, so I'll be able to see when they go.
All right, perfect. So, Intimidator, what do you think will be the number one key to today's race? What factor do you think will decide the winner?
Well, there honestly could be a couple of different options, but the best one I can think of right now is pit strategy. Should we get a late race restart, there might be a good handful of drivers that might elect to take 2 tires and just enough fuel to get them to the end. Or there might be some people that actually might decide to just go ahead and completely stay out.
Am I good to join or no?
Continue, Intimidator.
And so basically a lot of, that's what, not just this race alone, but a lot of other races, that's what they come down to. Especially towards the end, who's going to take a chance and sacrifice position for fresh tires, and who's going to be willing to take a chance and keep their track position and hopefully not get mowed over by those cars with the fresher tires. So basically, it's a lot of compromise, especially getting into the later parts of the race. It should be very interesting to see for sure. My other key thing that I have, especially at a place like this, is to take your time. Don't be too aggressive, especially with other cars. Don't overshoot a turn and wreck your car or another driver's car. Take your time. That's what I did in the truck race myself last night. Just take your time. Be consistent. And one thing that I really took away from just myself alone in the trucks was I made too many mistakes towards the beginning. The key thing to having a successful race, not just at this track but anywhere else, is to minimize mistakes. Try to keep it mistake free the whole time if you can. That could be another factor what will get you this win.
Alrighty, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Intimidator Nauticos, but green
Go
flag
ahead.
is in the air. We're a little bit behind schedule here, but it looks like the 95 of Alec takes the lead out of the starting post here. In that beautiful 95, it looks like Power Core Toyota. As he's going into the Charlotte turn number 9, which is the first oval part of the track, and then they're going to go into the first chicane here, riding along with the 95.
Yeah. We're actually right behind them. Looks like we have the number 25 car leading the 9 car. Oh, the 95 car got in the wall. Oh, look at these cars. All 4 of them are bunched up, and they're heading down the first lap down the fast part of the racetrack.
Wow, definitely incident there, Intimidator. What did you think about that?
Well, I actually didn't have a chance to see it because I was a little bit behind.
Contact.
But I'm taking a look at this lead
there's
going
a
up
big
right
incident.
now. I believe that
There's a big incident past the prior to the finish line. I'm trying to find it again. Sorry. It's green.
looks like we got a battle on our hands shaping up here for the lead, I believe. The 25 car of Austin Icon 42 in that black, silver, and white Napa Toyota. Following him in this tire tracks is the orange and white number 88 of Mr. Slide Job 1996. No surprise to see Mr. Slide Job towards the front early.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like the 25. He got a little close there coming after off of the chicane. The 88 was right there, but when he entered the first oval part of the track, it looked like he gained a lot of ground on Slide Job and pulled away.
One thing that I want to point out real quick is the timing of the backstretch chicane. The way you time the backstretch chicane will determine how much ground you gain or how much ground you lose.
95 and out right into the wall. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's oh man. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say how you time the chicane on a backstretch will determine if he either gains ground on a car in front of you or if you lose ground to the car in front of you and the car behind you gains ground. It's all about being cautious, hitting your marks right, but not overdoing it. And if he completely missed the backstretch chicane, that's obviously a course penalty. So you gotta, that's something to kind of take note of as well.
Yeah, he went flying in there. Like, my goodness. The 95 car he totally obliterated the wall. He made damage, just like he's like 10 seconds back, it was like.
Alrighty, definitely troubles early for the 95, but back to the leader here. I would like to go into the Fast Family Racing League Cup Series trends of the race. This is what it's all about here. These guys, on a single fuel run, there'll be 12 laps.
Not to cut you off, Markham. I just saw the Extreme Shock spin, I think, the 9 car all around. See if I can find it again. Where is he? Yeah, the Extreme Shocks just spun somebody, unfortunately. I couldn't tell what happened. I guess I was going through and I just saw some contact happen.
Alrighty, well, anyways, these guys have 12
Slide
laps
Job
of
in the
fuel.
wall. 88 is into the wall, some contact.
Oh, along with Nilla. Nilla's in the wall, too.
Mr. Slide Job 1996, yeah, took that first or second turn after the finish line a little too deep and got into the wall quite a bit there. That is one thing that I've talked about before this show. You can't overdo the corners. You know, if you overdo them, you're just simply going to overshoot it and get in the wall. It's facts of racing.
Yeah,
Side
I
job
mean,
definitely a little too impatient there that time.
yeah. I mean, not talking, but a couple of these guys are. It's a long race. Stage one, I believe this is we're not like a couple laps in that. If road courses are one of those places where it fans out, and I feel like as the race goes on, the cream always rises to the top.
Definitely, cream always rises to the top. It seems at races like this. Mr. Sly. Oh, we got a course penalty, number 9.
Oh, boy.
I believe that's requested by Dream Shocks.
Oh, and we got an intense battle here with the. Oh, I think that's a little bit of lag.
Are you looking at
Yeah, it looks.
the Frenchie?
Look, your mic's cutting out again, Audgos.
Sorry. Continue with what you were saying, please.
I was saying it looks like we had a little bit of lagging situation here, but we got a really good battle between the 51 of T-Glass 19 and the 8 of Extreme Shocks Intimidator. What about this battle?
Well, let me just go ahead and get to it. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the T-Glass 19 and the 51 car right now. But yeah, they now look pretty much fanned out just a little bit. As we take a look at the 51, trying to get any ground possible on the car in front of him on the backstretch chicane. But yeah, that's one thing you're going to see all race long today. Good battles. And we'll even find out if some driver will be afraid to use the bumper or not. When it comes to the point in the last lap and someone's battling for the lead, I think there's going to be some drivers that will not be afraid to use that front bumper.
Yeah, let's just mention about, last week these guys were at Phoenix, and they did their first ever doubleheader of the season at Phoenix. Of course, you weren't here for that Intimidator since you just joined the league this week, but, what are in these drivers' mindset, Oddcoast and Intimidator? You can answer this both. Coming to a road course like this after coming from a track like Phoenix. Intimidator, you can go.
Well, I'd say that I know it's a huge transition as far as where they race on, but there's one mindset that will always remain the same, and that is points, points, points.
Absolutely.
Every driver that comes in, no matter where they're racing, no matter what series, they always got to focus on points. Especially as we get closer to the playoffs, I'm not for sure how close we are to them. I think, you guys can answer that for me since I just joined the league.
We're like 3 months away.
Oh,
Well,
3
we're
months away.
gonna
So
every week. Yeah, no,
that's
it's
a
all good.
lot of time.
Hey, but
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. The points matter. The points
Yeah,
matter.
we're getting closer. Every week they race is another week that they're getting closer to that playoff time. Even though it's 3 months away from now, but still, every point counts. And every point can make a decision as to who becomes champion and who does not.
Yeah, definitely. And, next week, it's going to be a real treat. I know us truck drivers can't wait for it as the 25 scrapes the wall a little bit. But he seems to be still going strong here. But anyways, next week, everybody goes to Texas after the National Series on Wednesday. So, everything's big in Texas, but I'm sure everybody is eyeing that racetrack for next week to possibly win there.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're on the Roval right now, but I love Texas. It's actually one of my favorite tracks, to be honest.
Same here. In fact, I remember just earlier this year when I ran one of my own leagues that I formed. We had an Xfinity Series showdown, or should I say National Series showdown, right there in Texas. And there was actually, for the All-Star race, and I didn't end up winning, but I finished second, came really close, actually to Mr. Slide Job 1996, and ended up beating me that night. But still, yeah, everything gets bigger in Texas, so we'll definitely look forward, not just for the trucks that all three of us are running, but all three of the series. We'll see what shapes up. But for right now, we're on the Roval. Looking through some of the field here, looking at Extreme Shocks right now. That green and black car, the 8 Chevy. And the 95 car all crumpled up on this hood.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody call Phil Swift, because that's a lot of damage.
That was a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Flex tape is needed here at the Charlotte Roval for that 95 car. Oh!
Just met that. He met that wall. Oh, hit that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh man.
And guys, I believe we have 3 laps to go for stage 1, so this is moving quickly.
Yeah.
I said it's stage 1
no.
afterwards.
You're good.
So, it looks like the 25 is going to drive it home for the stage 1 win, guys.
Yeah.
How about this dominant performance?
Yeah, it looks like all he needs to do is keep that truck. Keep that car nice and balanced, and he should bring home stage 1.
Definitely.
Where is the 25?
You know, it's funny watching the 9 have trouble here at the racetrack. It reminds me of a certain individual in real life that had trouble in the heartburn turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we can figure out who that was.
This year's Cup champion, yep.
Yep, Chase Elliott. So, what is it about the number 9 in the Charlotte Roval?
I guess it's just a bad luck spell, I guess. I mean, I can't necessarily say that because Chase Elliott.
Well, no, because he's gotten
year,
better at the road courses.
True. I mean, honestly, I hope that everybody in Hendrick be good at road courses. I mean, they have, in my opinion, and there might be some disagreement, but one of the better people in their camp to learn from, Jeff Gordon, There's no reason why, anybody in that camp should be bad at road courses.
Alrighty, the 25 heading down I believe the final straightaway here. Excuse me, sorry. He's heading down the chicane, the first chicane, two-wheeling it.
Yeah, he got two wheels off of that ground.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's like, I'm so free right now, I can two-wheel this to the finish.
He could probably spin it around and win it in reverse like Ricky Bobby.
Oh, and that was close.
That was very close.
And I believe this is the white flag for stage 1, I believe. So he just has to make it around one more time.
Hey, I'll ask him.
I wish they didn't get rid of the
It's white flag, right?
statistics on the stream. I don't know why they did that.
Thank you.
So according to our
flag,
people
yes.
in the booth, this is the white flag. So the 25, all he has to do is just nurse it here. He has nobody behind him. This is what you were talking about, Intimidator, being patient. And, as he heads down the first oval part of the track here, before he gets into the backstretch chicane, if he doesn't mess up here, well, granted, if he does mess up here, it looks like he's going to win stage 1.
Yeah, if he makes a little slight mistake, he is far enough ahead to where he can easily rebound. Obviously, if he just completely spins out and hits the wall, that'd be a different story. But it looks like he's going to keep it clean and consistent as he gets off the old oval turn 4 of the facility. Through the front stretch chicane, chucks some dirt in the air. But hey, just scrub it off on the pit stop. 25 car, Austin Icon 42 takes home stage 1.
Yeah, he takes home stage 1. I believe Mr. Slyjob is in second. coming to the line. I can't quite see who's in third. I know Libert's in fourth. We will see here at the stage end once it pops up on Libert's screen. Again, thank you, Libert, for streaming. So we got Mr. Slidejob second, Extreme Shocks third, and Libert fourth, and rounding out the top 5 for the stage for the most points possible. T-Glass 19 is your top 5 for stage 1 with your winner, Austin Icon. So, stage 1 is out of the way. Let's move on to stage 2, fellas.
What kind of adjustments that drivers are going to make going into stage 2?
Well, you know, granted that 2 cans of fuel is only worth 12 laps here, and knowing that stage 2 is definitely going to be shorter than stage 1, I really don't know what type of adjustments they're going to be making, Intimidator. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm very unsure also. Obviously, if it's too tight, you're going to loosen it up by removing some wedge, but I guess that'll be determined when we interview the drivers afterwards as we get back underway. 95.
And Slidejob takes the lead here on the restart.
Yeah, slide job in that 88 power. Rockets to the front. Great restart for him as the 25 of Austin Icon, who dominated all of stage 1 pretty much, now finds himself in the runner-up position as of right now.
But the 25 said, not so fast, Mr. Slidejob.
Oh, he's getting the big run.
Always going for that apex.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does to time this. They get on to the old track turns 1 and 2 here. Heading down for the backstretch chicane. Once again, I said it before, I'll say it again. You got to time that chicane to perfection pretty much if you want to complete any pass. They both enter the chicane. Side job and the 25 two-wheeling it for a second there. And the gap stays pretty much the same.
Yeah, the 8 car's right in that mix over there too. They're both.
Yeah, the 8 car, like Oddcoast mentioned, he's in the mix here too. He's waiting for these 2 guys to make a mistake. Ooh, 25 getting really close to that course penalty.
Looked like
there.
the 8 car got the wall just a little bit, not enough to severely impact him though.
And 25 going for the lead.
25 car on a
He gave Slidejob an inch right there.
Oh, Slidejob in trouble.
slide job, big hit into the wall for the
25
88.
off
and
course.
the 25 gets off, and here comes the 88. He will take the lead back.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, and here comes T-Glass coming in there too.
The 8 car now to second. The 25 falls to third, possibly fourth.
Man.
That's amazing.
What
a
a
big hit on the 88 machine, and a corner later is able to rebound and retake the lead. That is some superior driving right there.
Yes. Slidejob said, "This is my race. It's my time. It's my stage."
Oh, and the 25 gets a
Slide job
penalty.
in the wall.
Right in the wall.
The 88 head first into the wall.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the 25 got a penalty there as well, guys.
Ouch. Oh, the 88 machine looks all tore up now.
A costly mistake for the 88 of Mr. Slidejob in the lead, gets into the wall.
The caution's going to be out.
Caution's going to be
Caution
out.
is out.
They're calling a caution.
Yes,
So what must have happened there was there must have been contact between somebody else and the 88, and when the 88 got spun around, he went into the wall and he must have got engine damage. That's the only way a caution could have came out.
Yeah, I can hear the on 88 race controls. It's complaining of engine damage. No, I'm on push to talk.
And the 88 seems to still have problems. Seems like you can't even drive it anymore, Intimidator.
Absolutely. And that's what I also talked about before this thing got started. You got to be very patient. You know, I know every NASCAR driver out there, they want to go you know, Hail Mary it, so to speak, and go fast right when they cross the stripe. You got to be careful about doing that at the road course. Otherwise, that could just completely, it could hurt your day in an instant. You know, just like what happened to the 88. Now, there's a lot of racing to go, but if that was very late in the race with like 3 laps to go for a green-white checkered, I don't think we'd be able to see the 88 get back towards the front in time.
No, and one of the things that I forgot to mention here at the beginning of the race, Oddcoast, you know it as well, but with you being new here, Intimidator, the way our league works, when they hit 5 to go, it doesn't matter what stage it is, it doesn't matter if it's the end of the race, manual cautions get turned off. So if that would have happened with 5 laps to go, the 88 would have been looking at some serious trouble.
Absolutely, and I did know that, but yeah, it's a good point you brought up. Definitely. So you got to be careful with 5 to go or less, especially in the last stage. As the cars, looks like most of them will be making their way down pit road.
This is very interesting. Most of the cars went down pit road, but the 51 of T-Class, he stayed out, Intimidator and Oddcoast.
Yeah, see, that's a lot of that. That's a lot of that pit strategy that I talked about. That could be a key factor in their doing well here. Definitely the 51. Definitely going to try something here. We'll see if it pays off.
Boy, it really is always interesting to watch the cars in the pits.
Yeah, that's good old NASCAR Heat 5 physics for you there in the pits. But, you know, the
Those are
51
changing the
trying
car.
trying something new. Or, I mean, trying his pit strategy, obviously. But he's known to do this, Oddcoast. You know, over the past few races, we've been watching him, and, you know, the ones that he's been here, he does do a lot of pit strategy. I was interviewing him a couple of races back, and he said what leads to his pit strategy a lot is the fact that he's a math whiz, Intimidator and Oddcoast. So
Yeah.
I think that puts a lot into it.
Well, he's definitely smarter at math than I am.
I'm not gonna lie, he did help me on my algebra. I'm just gonna put it out there.
We could all use some help like that, especially for a hard algebra test. Definitely.
You know, the one thing that I've noticed here as they're getting back together, there's a lot of blue cones on the track.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you think NASCAR would take one more lap and see if they could clean that up? But no, I guess they're just going to go ahead and let them out there.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess they're not counted as debris at road courses. NASCAR Heat 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I'm only asking this because I haven't seen the Cup cars like this before. Is this about the average size of field in the
No.
Cup Series, or is it more?
I think it's usually like 12 or 15.
Dang, so a lot shorter of a field. And
Yeah, I actually heard that some of the drivers got stuck in the storm on the way to the racetrack tonight.
oh wow.
Did you hear about that storm, Markham, or no?
No.
You didn't hear about the storm that some of the drivers got caught up in?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to play along, Markham.
Jesus Christ.
As they go back to green here, shifting gears on the restart. T-Glass 19 in that 51 Ford. All of them survived the heartburn turn.
Man, T-Glass with an incredible
I was
restart.
actually about to say that, yeah.
I'm a little bit scared for him, though, because it seems like when Slyjob got the lead, he messed up. So we'll see if
Yeah.
T-Glass does the same thing or the opposite.
Just like we talked about prior to the drop of the green flag, is that these drivers need to be patient. You know, you can't be too aggressive. Just have to keep all 4 wheels, you know, nice and balanced. You can't let your vehicle get too loose, and you have to be careful with how early you get in that throttle, because otherwise you'll call around. You also have to be careful about not having the car in too deep, because then you'll ram the guy in front of you, or hit the wall.
Also, another thing that you got to be careful about, at least for T-Glass, is that 8 car caught him in a hurry.
Yeah.
He made up so much ground in those couple of corners there. T-Glass able to pull ahead just a little bit more, create a little bit more of a gap, but in those 2 corners, the 8 was pretty much on him.
As we are on 5 to go, I believe, so it's getting close to the end, but here comes the 8 for the lead.
8 car sees an opportunity, is going to try and go for it. Will he be able to complete this pass? No, he won't.
No, it didn't work out.
The 51 able to hang on for right now.
And he's hanging on to it. He's driving on the red and white part of the track.
Just don't hit those turtles.
Yeah. Let's see if T-Glass can separate from the 8 on the oval.
The 8 car, I feel like some of his strongest points versus those of the 51 are definitely, just overall speed. But especially going into the corners. As you see, now he's on the outside. Definitely a lot of strength as far as getting into the corners here, guys.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like the 51 is hanging on for dear life. Let's see how they go into the turn here. The 8 looking for the lead. Will the 8 get there?
Oh,
the 8
a
does
bump
get
from
there.
the 88.
Here comes the 88.
Mr. Slide Job.
Wow.
Mr. Slide Job says, "Hold up, I'm not done yet."
Yep.
But here comes the 95.
It's shaping up to be a great battle here, y'all.
Oh, the 8 car
Wow.
retakes the lead. All the side jobs are to take it back.
Slide Job's on a mission, guys. He wrecked into the wall coming, earlier in this stage that brought out the caution. He wants to get this lead back.
Mr. Where
Yes,
did
I
he
did
come
copy. I did copy Larry Max at Martinsville. Don't worry about it.
Over here in third, we actually have the 95 car of Alec, and we haven't talked about him too much tonight, other than when he hit that wall head on. Looks like he's getting
Oh,
and then
the
that
88. The 88 had a shot there, but overdid it just a little bit.
Yep.
That'll allow the 8 car to create a little bit more separation. We'll see what happens as they approach the front stretch chicane. The 88 trying to close drastically.
Oh, and he does.
Had a couple of cars behind them get a little wide off of that corner exit there, but looks like they're able to keep it keep it straight.
Can we just give credit to the incredible camera angles our crew at the racetrack has? We're under COVID-19 policy, so we can't exactly be at the track. We're broadcasting from our home, but man, the camera crew doing a good job tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, slide job under the wall. The 88 got a little piece of the wall there. That's definitely,
Oh, and that creates a big
that's
gap.
definitely going to create a bigger gap. Yeah, for sure. Now the 88 on the apron. Don't know what that was about, but as they enter the backstretch chicane.
But look how much he closes in on the turns here.
Dude, the 88 car has a lot of strength into the turns, just like the 8. They definitely have. That's definitely where both of those guys' strongest points are on the track, getting into those turn entries.
Well, newsflash, Intimidator, the 8 and the 88, they're teammates. They're on the same team.
I think the word teammate is going to go out the window by the end of this second stage.
Yeah, I would say so too.
That's right on board of the hood cam with Mr. Slide Job.
Oh, the 8
gets
makes a
little wide.
mistake.
The 8 got a little wide on a straightaway there, and that'll open up the 88. Trying to pass him on the right side there. Riding on board
Man.
with his hood cam right now, at least I am.
Man, the 88 is on a mission, but here comes the 8 back on the inside. Not quite yet. He couldn't get there just yet.
88 also got in the wall just a tiny bit, but able to keep it going. They entered the backstretch
The 8
chicane.
got into the wall, too. Oh, the 88 hop, two-wheeling it.
Off the exit of the old turn 3 and 4 into the front stretch chicane. Back to the start-finish line. Slide job, easily lead that lap.
But will he make any mistakes? This is what we're going to be talking about all evening long, Intimidator. Will he make a mistake?
We've seen them make one already, right about here in this road course. As a matter of fact, he made that one mistake of getting into the retaining wall, causing a lot of damage to the hood of his car. These aerial
Great
shots
onboard
are so
shot
cool.
from our camera crew. Sorry about that. Yeah, you're getting the aerial coverage there, Intimidator, but I'm getting the onboard with the number 8 as he hunts down the 88 of Mr. Slidejob.
Down to the backstretch chicane once again. Well, the 88 two-wheel it again. Looks
Oh,
like
the
he did.
88! 88 made a mistake.
He got a little too
This
deep.
allows the 8.
He got a little too deep into the turn there. Will that allow the 8 car? He is right back on his bumper. Yeah, that little mistake is going to cost him. Not the stage win, but the 8 car. He was on his bumper for just a minute there.
And that was the end of stage 2. The 88 wins the stage.
Mr. Slidejob takes the stage number 2. Never count that guy out.
So Mr. Slidejob, Extreme Shocks in second. Let's see, I believe it's the 95 of Alec in third? Maybe? Wait, let me see here.
We should do driver interviews after each stage like the real guys do it.
Unfortunately, NASCAR Heat 5 doesn't give us enough time.
That sucks.
Oh, okay, so it's the 88's your stage winner, the 8 of Extreme Shocks. I believe it's T-Glass in third. So he hung on to third place. And I can't quite tell who your 4th and 5th place driver is. But here we go. This is the money stage, ladies and gentlemen, Intimidator and Odd Coast alike.
Oh yeah.
This stage right here is going to determine our winner.
All right,
Now-
I'm going to go ahead and just throw this question on the table. Who's your guys' favorite to win this race?
Well, hold that thought real quick. Let's get through the turns here as it's already packing up.
Oh, yeah, the field definitely stacking up a little bit there.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see some of the drivers crank it up a little bit as we're, in the last stage. They're going to want to get themselves in a good position to win. I think that we're going to see some drivers start to think about, they're thinking, when am I going to pit? Am I going to get tires? And, how much fuel do I need to get to make it to the finish?
And will I use the bumper if I have the opportunity?
Will I use the bumper? Yeah, exactly.
Like I said earlier, I think the word teammate is now. You thought the word teammate was done with these two in the top 2 positions? Well, it's definitely out the window now, folks. As the 88 heads through the backstretch chicane, gets through cleanly, as does the 8 car right behind him.
I tell you what, when it comes to fuel, and this is going to be Arkham Boss's winner, or pick of the race, winner pick of the race, I'm gonna have to pick the 25 of Austin Icon. Here's why. Over the last course of the races at road courses, as the 8 goes for the lead here, and he takes the lead. Wow, that was smooth.
Nice driving by
But
the 8.
Oh, the 95 car on the wall in the back of the field. Oh, and the 23.
Man, I tell you what, a lot of action happening here at the Roval. I can't even get my winner pick out. Anyways, so my winner pick is Austin Icon, a number 25 car. He's really good at saving fuel because he knows how to do it, especially at road courses, Intimidator. So I wouldn't be surprised for him to win this race tonight. What about you, Intimidator?
Well, it's kind of a tough call between the 8 and the 88, but as far as the one that has really done a great job of just rallying his way back up through the field, I think Slide Job will definitely have a better shot as he takes a peek to the inside of the 8. Can't quite get there though. But yeah, I think that Mr. Slide Job is definitely going to be the one, at least out of the top 2 right now, to maybe prevail and get this race. What about you, Hog Coast?
You know, I'm gonna go with T-Glass. I believe he's sitting in 4th place right now as he's heading into the what the hell, the hard turn. Right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. I actually ran some laps with him this week. He helped me on some pointers on this track, and he's fast. Don't let his position right now fool you. He knows his strategy, and he's also a proven winner. He knows what it takes to win. So, that's why I'm gonna pick him. And something that he knows is he can really. Something else is gonna come into play for all the drivers as well is how fast can you go into pit road? How much are you willing to push the limit? Assuming that we're gonna have a green flag pit stop.
Green flag caution.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I meant.
Well, here is I'm gonna try saying this once every single league stream that I am a part of, and I'm just gonna. I think this would be cool to share an actual interesting real life NASCAR fact with you guys. And here is my first interesting fact of me being in this Twitch stream.
Oh, 88 makes a mistake.
As we see the 88 get a little loose on the front stretch chicane there. But yeah, so, as I see the 8 and the 88 in the top 2 right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 2000 and even some of the late 1999 season, he ran the 8 car for his dad, Dale Earnhardt's corporation called DEI. Well, did you know that when Dale Earnhardt Jr. gave up that 8 number after the 2017 season and he went to the 88, the 8 car actually stayed in the Cup Series circuit for another year or 2. Mark Martin was the one to take over that number after Junior left. So, really good, interesting facts for you guys.
Alrighty, well, you ready for mine, Intimidator and Oddcoast? Alrighty, we're going to be talking about the 88 car here. Donnie Allison drove the number 88 Chevrolet part-time for, I believe it's D-Guard Motorsports between 1973 and 1975. And he drove the number 88 Pontiac in 2 races for the Cliff Stewart Racing.
Side job just hit the wall hard onto the front stretch chicane there. I don't know if it was a lag issue or if he actually got in the wall, but a lot more damage to his front end now. At least that's what it's showing on my screen. But yeah, I don't know if you guys are able to pick it up, but a hard hit for Mr. Slide Job.
Arkham, I'm wondering if whether or not you see damage on Slide Job's car, because on mine, on my screen, what I'm seeing is I don't see
any damage at all. So
slight.
It must have been a lag.
It probably was. I thought there was more.
Anyways, back to my fact here. So Donnie Allison, he drove the number 88 Pontiac in 2 races for the Cliff Stewart Racing in 1983. Farmer drove the 88 Ford for Long Lewis in his only 2 races in 1960. Neither the younger Allison nor Farmer won any races in the 88 car.
That's really interesting.
So, the 88 definitely had a long history before Dale Earnhardt Jr. took the ride. And now, of course, Alex Bowman is the driver now.
Well, I actually have another Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope.
I was just gonna say before you made your point, All Coast. Let's not forget about another racer that ran that number in like the late '90s, early 2000s. Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett.
He ended up finding a
Oh,
little bit of
51
success
around.
in that number, as now he got a car around.
Oh
Seems
boy,
like,
that's
yeah.
C-Class.
51. Wow.
Oh boy.
Your driver, your pick, Oddcoast.
Oh
That
no,
always
what are you gonna do
happens.
now?
I don't know.
Just want to give him up and pick another one?
That's
Don't tell him I said that.
of course not. That's my teammate.
Yeah, the 51 I guess got around. I wasn't able to catch it, but apparently Arkenboss did.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. He went into the turn, and then he just spun around, so he must have got loose. But back to what you were saying, Intimidator.
Yeah, about Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett, yeah, for a while he drove the 18 Pontiac car for interstate batteries, but in the late 90s and early 2000s ended up switching to the 88, and I believe Ford Performance Quality Parts, that familiar blue, red, and whitish scheme was his first sponsor, I believe. And then in the following years, UPS took over. And Dale Jarrett, he did find a little bit of success driving that number. And I know we're switching different series here talking about this, but the 88 and the what is now known as the Gander Harvey and Outdoors Truck Series, Matt Crafton had some success in that number as well. Picked up the championship last year in that crazy fashion without any wins. Yeah, that definitely had a lot of people talking.
Well, I hate to break the news to you guys, but the 88 is under pressure here. The number 25 of Austin, Icon, is right on his tail.
Well, while you guys are looking at that, I am taking a look at this 8 car of Extreme Shocks, who has now the biggest lead of the race up to this point. The 88 was hounding him for a couple of laps there, but just made a huge handful of mistakes. And like what I talked about earlier, even the slightest mistakes, especially at a road course, could end up costing you in the long run.
Yeah.
That is exactly what is happening in Mr. Slide Jump right now.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to say the 8 car must be real happy where he knows he has a big lead in the race, so he can sort of calm down, hit his braking points, and just be smooth.
But one thing that does, need to and will eventually, that will start coming into play, should we see no more cautions for incidents on the track before the 5 to go mark hits, is green flag pit strategy. And in my opinion, if I'm like in third, second, or first, and I want to take if I want to take right sides or left sides and just enough fuel to make it to the end, it's not going to affect me, at least in my point of view, and probably some others as much. My top concern, though, is what about the guys that are in mid-pack and more towards the back? If they're sitting there riding towards the back, and they got to think about making this pit strategy too, there's definitely going to be a lot of frustration for those guys.
Well, we are just getting word in. We have 19 to go left in the race, and we talked about it earlier. These guys can only run on 12 laps of fuel, so they're definitely going to have to pit here. When do y'all think Extreme Shocks is going to come in?
Well, it depends on, and what sucks about this view thing is that you can't see car stats as far as that goes, fuel and tires, so unfortunately we can't give you an accurate prediction on when he might come in, but I guess it'll just depend on if he wants to just go ahead and run it out until the very last lap of fuel. And that's worked on some occasions. Some occasions, that's not had any good favors, so I guess we'll just see what happens.
So if you're the A car of Extreme Shocks right now, do you think that you're gonna go in and get 4 tires or no tires?
I would definitely have to
That
get tires. I mean, I feel like, to be honest with you guys, oh, he made a mistake. Wow.
Yeah, but he's so far out in
There's
front that I don't think it's gonna hurt him that
doesn't
much.
even
I was just about to mention on that Intimidator, he's so far out. I think he could take 4 tires in 2 cans of fuel. But he may be trying to save some fuel as well, being this far out, due to the fact that, when they pit, they still may have to pit again.
What would you do if you were the A car Intimidator?
Well, you see, in some of the past league races that I've been a part of before, not very often, but a couple of times when I was out front leading, I always found myself in this situation. And that was, obviously, of course, when you're going to pit under green. And it's such a big gamble. I mean, as far as taking tires and fuel, I honestly would probably have to say, just go ahead and put all 4 tires and pack that thing full of fuel. Now, if we were getting closer to like maybe 6 or 5 to go, so somewhere around that region, and not 19 or 18, then I'd probably say, go ahead and gamble. I mean, sure, of course, take enough fuel to get you to the end, and maybe just take 2 tires, or maybe even no tires. See if you can decrease some of that pit stop time just enough to where it could still give you a shot to maintain the track position for the most part. But you got to keep in mind also that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Just simply depends on where you are on the track at the time, I guess. So
Yeah.
if you're the 8 of Extreme Shocks, I don't think it's going to hurt him that much. But like
Yeah.
I said, if you're going to be one of the guys that's middle of the pack or towards the back, that's when it's going to get a little more complicated.
And he's coming
there
down
you go,
pit
the A
road.
car's going
Coming
to the
down
pits.
pit road right now.
Oh, let's see what he does. Now I know that if, as you were saying, if I was leading the race, right now having as big as lead as the 8 car does, what I would be doing is I wouldn't be getting tires, because you know why? Because A, you're ahead by a lot. B, oh, here comes this other car too. Because you know that
that's
if you
Mr. Slide Job in the distance.
Yep. You know that if you don't get tires here, you're going to be out the pits plenty of time, and you know that you maintain your lead. Whereas if you do get tires, then suddenly, and the other guys don't, then suddenly your leads erase. So it's sort of one of those, predicaments that you're.
And
Well,
Extreme
it
Shocks
definitely
gets
seems
first.
It definitely seems like, though, I was counting the seconds of that pit stop on the 8 car that time. And it basically, what I counted was your average pit stop time for when you take all 4 tires and fuel. So, but I guess that didn't seem to affect him that much. At least we'll
Did
find
anybody
out.
take? Oh, you know what? I think that slide dog may have not taken tires.
That's
I'm
a
trying to
big
see.
mistake if he didn't.
We'll see. I mean, I know that in my experience yesterday, the only difference that I noticed was like the last few laps. My truck, my truck just felt like it got loose, but in short term, it didn't really matter that much for me. At least as far as that time is concerned. We're gonna see this pays off the side job.
But I'm gonna take some word of wisdom from one of our truck drivers, Jersey Devil. We're gonna give him a shout out here. Remember in Discord, he told us. He said, lap times at road courses don't really matter that much. It's more of how you drive the track, and it's how you perform your pit strategy. And I think he's right here, guys. I don't think these drivers are focusing on lap time. I think they're focusing on their position on the track.
I was just thinking the same thing there, Arkham Boss. Right as you were saying that. Yeah, definitely. Lap times, they don't matter a whole lot at road courses. Basically, and everything that Arkham and, of course, Jersey Devil summed it up as, just focus on how you drive the facility and just maintain good track position. And I think that's what will ultimately decide this race here.
Well, right now, Extreme Shocks is way out. Uh, with him being
Oh,
this far out,
I think I was wrong about that. Actually, I'm sorry about that. I think that everyone got 4 tires.
Oh, so no pit strategy
Yeah,
from any of the
I read it wrong.
drivers.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
No worries, it's just Heat
It's
5 graphics for you.
yeah. It's hard to tell with our wonderful graphics.
It'd be
especially,
nice if Heat 6 comes out and they actually have if you're watching this from this kind of perspective, us and then you guys at home, that they
Running order.
actually show the fuel mileage and the tire stuff
Yeah,
and
and the running order would
positioning.
help.
Yeah, definitely.
and to see the
'Cause it's
actual
like,
pit crew.
yeah.
We definitely appreciate you guys coming out watching this race. It definitely shows support to the league.
How many guys do you have?
3 actually. So the number 3.
All right.
Hey, come on now. But
Yeah.
Earnhardt.
but you know,
Do you guys have any questions about this race?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look at our chat here. But yeah, if you do have
Yeah.
questions, make sure to post it.
Please.
We definitely want to show love to our sponsor of the league, Handcrafted by Rhodes, one of our personal drivers, KR, in the truck series. He owns the business, creates some of the finest woodcraft work. Make sure to go check him out on Twitter and Facebook. Handcrafted by Rhodes is the name of the company. And so there's the plug-in for our sponsor of the league. Also, go check out our YouTube channel or Facebook if you're interested in joining the league. We are definitely looking drivers, especially for the truck series. We're looking for drivers, so definitely go check that out.
It's amazing that we bring up the truck series because it made me go back to just yesterday. Just a little over 24 hours ago from now, back then, I ran my first ever truck race in Fast Family. Hard to believe that I ran my first truck race in Fast Family Racing League since Daytona, way back in early last year, when that was my very first truck debut. Now, I did make a couple more appearances in the league in the National Series division, filling in for the one and only Mr. Slidejob 1996 back when he was doing his tryout stuff for the Pro League at that time. So shout out to him while he's still on the subject of just basically giving me another opportunity to try and improve my A game in this league. This league, I've been in a couple of others before, but none of them come really that close to Fast Family in terms of competitive nature amongst all the drivers. All these drivers, you Arkham and Odd Coast, Mr. Slidejob, everyone else, you guys have taught me how to just be competitive. And that's the fun part. Just going out there, giving it your all, basically just treating it like a real race. And it's so cool. And it's just so cool also, I was going to say this too, how fast I got a sponsor after last night's race. Trucks at the Roval, I had the black and white number 3 truck. No sponsors on it at all. Now after my solid 8th place finish last night, completely different scheme. I have the red, what is it? Black, silver, and white, black and white truck scheme with Rowdy Energy sponsor. So if you guys want to go check that out, I posted a few pictures on my personal Instagram account called Dawson Lawrence Official Page. If you guys want to see what that truck looks like, just search that, and It'll be the latest post that I uploaded. So, very excited to have Rowdy Energy as now part of my sponsor.
Well, I'm not going to mention anything about my paint scheme. Well, you know what? I may give a little bit of teaser here.
I dare you to tell us the whole thing.
No, I'm not going to tell y'all the whole thing. But I'll give you a. Oh, the 8 makes a mistake, but it doesn't matter. He's still far out. But my little teaser is, I am. You know what? I might as well just tell the whole thing. So my paint scheme.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, sorry, we have the 51 car of T-Glass going right around. Oh boy.
Bad day
Your
for him.
driver that you picked is just not living up to his potential.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
And this is the part of the race where Odd Kills picks a new driver. No, just kidding. But what I was going to say is next week I'm going to be supporting the police department of Fort Worth, Texas, which is the location of Texas Motor Speedway, the track that we'll be heading to next week. So that's going to be exciting to make a paint scheme for them and just show my support to all these.
It got a little squirrely there.
Yeah, he did. I was watching that. It made me stumble on my words there.
I know the feeling.
But all these good men and women that fight in the police force for us, keep us safe, no matter what city, especially during COVID times. So definitely something special to support the police department of Fort Worth, Texas next week. Any teasers, Odd Coast?
Yeah. My 84 Ford F-150 is going to be sporting. It's going to be a red, white, and blue scheme. Being as we're heading into a new time for us, we're changing presidents and probably heading to a better time. We're going to be overcoming COVID-19 in the next few months, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just overall really happy about our country, going forward. And overall, I'm a pretty, proud American. I'm very proud to be from the country of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, it's, it's the red, white, and blue. We're going to Texas,
Yeah, might as well, right? So,
Is this patriotic week for Texas where we have red, white, and blue paint schemes?
No, but you can.
You can if you want. But,
in America, you can do what you want to do.
But all politics aside, everything aside, let's get back to the race here. The number 8 just dominating. We were talking about him earlier when he was behind T-Glass and when he was behind, the 88 of Slide Job. Man, it's so easy for him right now. He can afford to hit every single blue cone on the track, guys. Don't know if you saw that, Intimidator. He hit the blue cone.
Oh, picked up a hitchhiker, huh?
Yeah, he picked up a hitchhiker.
Come along for a joyride for a lap.
Right?
But no, definitely the 8 car of Extreme Shocks. I don't know how many laps are to go now. One of you guys can probably get a quick update for me, so I could kind of build my enthusiasm as the race winds down. But yeah, the 8 car definitely. I believe he's still out front.
Yeah.
Lap check. Right now we're at lap 47 out of 54.
So that.
Oh, we have the 95 car. Alec.
47 out of 50. I'm not smart at math, guys, so how many laps to get?
Oh, the 51 around again. Bad day for him.
Oh boy.
Just a tough day for that 51 camp. They'll
I'm looking at Slyjaw's paint scheme. Is he supporting the league with his paint scheme? Is that what he's doing here? I feel like he is.
I guess so.
Supporting the league? Oh, orange?
I feel like he's supporting the league colors.
I think that's what he's doing, yeah.
Wow.
Either
not
that or
related.
he's doing a scheme to chase Elliott.
I just want to shout out to my friend Paul who's watching. I actually sent him she told me he's watching and he's been enjoying the broadcast.
Oh,
Thank you,
hi,
Paul.
Paul. Hey, Paul. How are you doing, Paul? Be safe, Paul.
Okay,
Hey,
continue. Sorry.
Paul!
Good old Mr. Hintz.
Man,
All right, so I believe we are on lap 48 of 54, is it? I believe.
yeah.
At 48 out of 54, so not that many laps to go here, guys. You know, let me point out something. I'm still looking at the 8 as I have been for the past handful of laps now, and he's starting to come up on a lapped car, not that far in front of him. So we'll see how we'll see how the lap car affects him. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to hurt him bad at all because he's
Yeah.
got a freaking huge gap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully the lap car just lets him by. But I've actually been watching the 8 car as well, and he looks so consistent. He's hitting the same spots every single lap. He looks like he's in position to win this race. And I feel like maintaining the same distance on side job.
And we are on, I believe, 7 to go. Is the math answer
8 car to
there.
the pit. I
Eight-
don't know if this is an unscheduled stop or if that's part of their last green flag stop, but
Not sure, but there's 7 laps to go. We did say that 12 laps was their fuel run, so this is definitely, if it's not on schedule, it's definitely problems for the 8.
see if you can go check into the 8 pit and see what's going on so we can pass that along, or if we're not able to, that's...
That is a negative. The pit crew said no, sir.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us in because they're practicing social distancing.
Well, how can that help us as commentators? I mean, we got to give the fans at home what's going on. But you
Yeah.
know what? I just saw another car get off of pit road, so I'm thinking that...
Yeah.
I think that this is the last round of scheduled stops, yeah.
Who got out before him though? Was that slide job? No, it couldn't be.
It was a blur of like an... I couldn't tell the number because it was going so fast, but...
Oh, Extreme Shocks is in 3rd place right now.
I think maybe it was the 95 car. I mean, I might be wrong though.
Not sure. We'll see here.
NASCAR heats at 6 or whatever the next game is. They really need to give us a running order when reviewing the race. It would help us out immensely.
To be honest with you, 704 Games, if you can hear us, guys, come on, help us out here.
Seriously, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We have the 88 slide job hitting the pits.
You're letting us down, 704. As we see Extreme Shocks head through the backstretch carousel.
Yeah,
I'm going to see if I can switch. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just stay on him because he might cycle back out to the lead here.
I believe so. I believe he will cycle back out to the lead if he was the first on pit road.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get hit with any kind of speeding penalties, which can be devastating in a race like this.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Extreme Shocks is still in 3rd, huh? I wonder if he made a mistake on pit road.
Or I'm wondering if the cars in front of him haven't just pit yet. You never know. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Let's see if there's any cars in front of him, actually. Man, wouldn't
Yeah.
it be a trip if Austin Icon's in the lead right now?
Right.
Maybe you can go get a leader check, Odd Coast.
Should I get a leader check, please? Thank you. Actually, right now, though, Austin Icon is the leader right now.
Oh my god, did I call it or what? Austin Icon
Really?
in the lead right
Wow.
now.
Oh my goodness.
If
How many
he-
laps to go?
If he doesn't pit,
Lap check.
4 laps, I believe, to go. If he doesn't have to pit, this man pulled off some pit strategy.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how it plays out.
Did they tell you the lap check yet?
No. Oh, right now it's 4 to go.
4 to go.
So when they hit the stripe this time by, it'll be 3 to go.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Yep, I'm on
Okay.
them right now.
Yeah, me too. Oh, it's gonna be really interesting to see if he can make it on fuel. I mean, if he can.
Oh,
he's
he's
slowing
pitting
down.
right
Oh,
now.
he's slowing
going
down.
to
He's
the pit
pitting.
now.
He's pitting, ladies and gentlemen. The 25 car. Your leader
Yeah, the
has
leader
to
is in the pits
sacrifice
right
the
now.
lead to go to pit
Oh,
road.
where's second place at?
It may have cycled out to the 8.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm looking at slide job right now. It looks like he's going around the fast part of the racetrack. Oh, it's going to be so close.
Coming up on 3 laps to go. Who is out front right now?
Oh wow, that was a
uh,
fast pit stop. Slide job is right there.
Oh. Yeah,
Somebody
the
stopped
25
on the
car is now
track.
into the pits.
Who is our leader right now? Austin Icon second, according to Libert Stream.
That should be correct. Where is the okay, so who pit first? So that would make it the Extreme Shocks is probably in first. He must be.
No, Extreme
Can you
Shocks
get a
is
quick-
in third.
Can you get a quick confirmation on that, please, so I can kind of, build
I
the
think
people?
it's Slide Job. Slide Job's our leader.
Is that confirmed, though?
Confirmation right now. Side is leader, right? Yes. Yeah, right now Slide Job is the current leader.
With 2 laps to go this time by,
Oh, it's going to be really interesting.
kid, how many wins does he have this season so far? 2, you said?
Right now, Slide Job currently has 2 wins. So that if he wins tonight,
That's
it'll
what I
tie him
thought.
with the I-25 car of Austin Icon.
Coming up on 2 laps to go from the Charlotte Roval. The 88 of Mr. Slide Job out in front. If Slide Job wins this thing, you got to go back. He was out front for a lap or 2 there earlier, but then made that terrible mistake and got into the wall and lost quite a few spots. Since then, he has rallied his way in the shadow of the way Dale Earnhardt Sr. would, and Kyle Busch potentially. As he heads onto the backstretch chicane into the oval, turns 1 and 2 there.
Austin Icon is way back there. It would take a penalty
Yeah.
for Slide to not win this race.
Oh, I can't wait to ask him how. I can't wait to ask him what happened or how he got in the lead.
Into the backstretch chicane, headed into the oval, turn 3 and 4. Coming around for the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Handcrafted by Roads and Fast Family Racing League. The 88 of Mr. Slide Job out in front.
This is why we need the data ticker.
All Slide Job has to do is just milk the track away and not make any mistakes. He goes a little wide in that turn.
Gets into the wall just a little bit. Not that much to slow him down, though.
Oh, he hits a
It's all about-
cone.
It's all about the chicane, though. If he messes up on the chicane, the car in second place could easily make up a ton of ground.
Oh, here we go.
He gets through there
Nice
clean, it
exit.
looks like.
Minutes nice and clean.
Now heading on to the oval, turn 3 and 4. The
That was
88
also
coming back from a tough break early onto the front stretch chicane. Mr. Slide Job is going to get his 3rd win in the Cup Series this season.
That's going to be followed by the second place to number 25, Austin Icon.
Wow.
32.
Incredible race from Charlotte Roval tonight.
That. I think Liver got third. Or it's hard to tell.
No, Libert got fourth. So
okay.
it's Sly Job is your winner, Austin Icon second, Extreme Shock's third, Libert fourth, Alec fifth, Nilla sixth, Magical Low seventh, T-Glass eighth, and the stream cutout for Libert.
Bad timing.
Oh, there's some smash times going on the radios now.
What?
Alrighty. Now we get to interview the drivers.
I'm gonna interview the winner, just if that's okay. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you might as well. We'll let you do that.
Cool. His Slide Job has helped me so much in terms of league stuff, so I would like to have the chance to interview him.
I'm wondering if I wonder if Extreme Shocks got tires or not on the last stop. Maybe Slide Job didn't get tires.
I don't know.
Well, I'll definitely ask him.
I think he made a crucial mistake. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he was in there for a while actually. Because as he was in the pits, I was noticing that he was in there for a while.
So congratulations on the 88.
Let's talk about it on this one.
Mr. Slide Job getting his third win of the season in the NASCAR Cup Series. He overcame a whole bunch of adversity early on, had the lead for a lap or two at one point, and then got into the wall hard, fell to the back, and just rallied his way to the front.
Man, make sure to stay tuned for the post-race interviews coming up here shortly. Odd Coast, if you can do us a favor, please make the party joinable now so that they can all join.
Yep, working on it actually.
And we will get interviews underway shortly.
Great race, guys.
And your fastest lap is going to go to Extreme Shocks tonight with a 116.700 or 700, sorry. Alrighty, guys, the drivers are filing into the party, so we will get interviews underway shortly. To the drivers that are joining the party, please make sure to include your audio. That way we can get you on air here. And
Everybody's in here, right?
don't know. We'll get confirmation from Sly Job, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll send you the result. I have a screenshot of the results on Xbox. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
I'll send it to you via, is Discord best for you?
Yeah, Discord,
Okay.
DMs.
Got it.
It was exciting.
Yeah, it was very
I'm
exciting.
really proud. Oh, wait. I'm not proud, actually. I'm not proud that the truck series didn't have any cautions and we had one. And you know whose fault it was? No, actually, well, alright, I was the cause technically because I had the engine damage, but I wasn't the reason it occurred. I had a little help from my co-points leading friends. Not you. Surprisingly, not you. I was afraid going into that first chicane, when you lost it and went past me. I was like, oh no, this is just like last night. This is exactly like last night. Yeah, last time it was lag, and this time it was just send it.
Did you send it yet, Slide?
I was yeah, I sent it to you. Do you have it?
It's not popping up. Let me refresh
me
Discord
check.
here.
Discord's been doing. Oh, sorry, it's still loading. Discord's been really messed up today. It's been not sending my. There it goes.
Okay, there it
It's
goes.
been not sending stuff.
Alrighty. Well, alrighty, we're gonna get it underway here. We're gonna start off with our. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, he's not here. All right, so I think it's going to be Magical Loaf in 7th place. Not your ideal day here at the Roval.
Nope.
Magical Loaf, but just kind of walk us through what happened today and what could have gone better.
A very ordinary day, even with 9 people for me. Just didn't have raw speed to push me through the field. Just was staring at the bumpers of most people. But I was really consistent, 7th place every stage, including the finish. But I like Texas. I look forward to Texas, and I will see you at Texas.
Alrighty, we'll see you at Texas. All right.
Very firm statement.
Alrighty, Intimidator, why don't you take our 6th place driver if he's here, Nilla MG?
All right, Mr. Nilla NG, 6th place for you today.
He's not here. He's
Yeah, he's
not
Oh,
here.
it's not.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Okay, I think it's
What did I
Alec.
say?
Yeah, you can take
Yeah,
Alec.
Alec here.
There you go.
Talk to a wall. All right, where did Alec finish?
5th.
Fifth. All right. So Alec, top 5 finish. I was watching you off and on throughout the race, and you definitely looked like you kept it really clean and consistent as far as getting around the facility. Tell us your point of view.
For most of the race, I'm sorry you had to watch that because I had a really good car and I lost my brakes twice, so that was cool. I lost them on what was it, the first or second lap after
I was
qualifying on
about that,
pole. Yeah, that was I hit the pedal and the car just said I'm going, and luckily I didn't kill slide, so that was nice. But yeah, it was an entertaining race, I guess. I had a lot of speed, but unfortunately just problem after problem took me out of it. But cool, I got a top 5. Unfortunately not a huge field, but hey, first top 5 in the cup car, so that's cool. Texas, we'll see how that goes, but it was fun. Thank you guys for commentating and broadcasting.
You're welcome. Nice top 5 run for Mr. Alec.
Alrighty, we are going to move on to. Okay, Libert's not here. Alright, pass. Let's see. Extreme Shocks is here. Oddcoast, why don't you take our 3rd place driver, Extreme Shocks?
Extreme Shocks, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. You were a fast car all night. Tell us your thoughts as you were heading into the pits. For the last.
Yeah, going into that last stage, me and Slidejaw were battling hard for those first few laps, and then going into that last pit stop, I just wasn't paying attention and was talking, and then realized I probably should have just gone another lap because I could have, but I mean, wasn't even close, was going 20 over. Ended up speeding, and then I thought it wouldn't have mattered because Austin was going to save and win it, but then he pitted and slided out and ended up winning, but I mean, that's 3 stupid mistakes on me 3 weeks in a row, so we're going to have to start shutting these off and start doing better here.
All right, thank you, Extreme Shocks.
definitely a tough day for Extreme Shocks to finish him off there. We're going to move on to Austin Icon 42, second place. You had the lead there coming to the finish, and then you had to pit, and Slide Job ultimately passed you for the win. So just take us through, what happened today at the Roval, and what was your ideas going into the final stage?
Well, first stage went great. I was pretty much fortunate enough to be out front through the whole stage. Second stage after that pit stop when I had to get going from behind, had a terrible restart, got stuck, fell back to sixth. Didn't really get a chance to recover in that stage. And then third stage, started off great. Made some mistakes. I had no intention of saving. I made mistakes mainly going into braking zones behind someone, just to make sure 100% I stayed off them. I missed the chicane on the back behind Slide, trying to make sure I stayed off him, and I stayed too far off and caught the chicane. So after that is when I decided to try a different strategy, and I didn't save to try to make it to the end. I just wanted to do a splash and go. Mm-hmm. And it almost worked, except I just had no Slide beat me out, and I had no tires to run him back down because they were on like 20%. So just did the best we could. I like racing that track. It's a lot of fun to drive, and looking forward to next week.
Yeah, definitely. We wish you the best of luck in Texas next week. Overall, good performance from Austin here. Finished up second place at the Roval. Intimidator, I promised you. Go ahead. Let's go and interview our winner, Mr. Slidejob.
All right. Well, I am here in the Gatorade victory lane with your cup winner, Mr. Slidejob 1996. Mr. Slidejob, so you overcame quite a bit of challenges in this race tonight. You were leading a couple of laps, and then I saw you got into one of the walls there, fell back a handful of spots, but when you restarted towards the back, it's like a switch flipped on for you, and you just went mad and drove to the front and took the win. How did you get it done?
Oh man, yeah. Honestly, I think it was just the fact that I had probably one of the quietest days at the Roval today. I mean, this track, I've never won here. This is my first win, and it's mainly not because of speed, but because this track has beat me up. It's beat me up in every way, shape, or form. Usually those first couple corners get me. We came in knowing that there was going to be mistakes. I mean, this track is so hard not to make mistakes on, especially trying to race around other cars. It's almost impossible. And so the key was to minimize. And, like you said, we did get in the wall a little bit. There were a couple times we came out of last corner sideways a little bit, but with a little luck and a little skill, we were able to just, minimize. So when something like that happened, I'd let out or just take what I got. I mean, I got some damage throughout the race, just touching the wall here and there, and but it was just patience too. Me and Austin right at the beginning, we qualified farther back in the field than we probably wanted to, and we kind of crept up through just by people over driving or under driving corners and got up there. But he definitely had a faster car than me in that first stage. I was happy to get second, and then it was really fun to battle my teammate there for the second stage. I was really proud of the effort his team had. And then the third stage, we ran together for a while there, and then I made some little mistakes here and there, and he was running some blistering laps. I got my damage repaired, and he was quite a ways out, but I said, you know what, it's time to go. I didn't have any damage finally, so I really pushed it, and I was able to gain a little bit. But, like I always say, you can't win any of these races without any luck, because unfortunately for my teammate, I hate it for him. He sped on pit road there, and that was pretty much the only reason we won. But I'll take it. I mean, this track is so crazy, and yeah, I'm just proud of my team. Unfortunately, two of our drivers couldn't make it, so that our team finished first and third. Pretty good showing. Another win for the team, and yeah, I'm just thrilled.
You definitely, you mentioned earlier with a little bit of luck and skill. I definitely think the way you drove tonight, you definitely had a lot more skill than luck. So let me ask you this, and this is kind of heading into Texas next Monday. So 3 wins on the season.
Ties with
That
Austin.
is ties with Austin. Yeah, that is an incredible statement to make. Still kind of early going in the season as far as I'm concerned. But what is your mindset for Texas?
Well, I mean, it's kind of similar to tonight. This was actually 2 weekends we really circled in the calendar because these are two tracks that we've never won at, and two tracks that we've not been able to capitalize at all. The Charlotte Roval last year, we were in the lead and completely demolished our race on the last lap, and then at Texas we were in to maybe win an incident with another driver, ended up finishing towards the back. So these are two tracks that we really wanted to get a lot better on. I would say Texas is my second worst mile and a half, so I definitely want to go into the next week to trying to learn. I will be doing the lower series again next week, so I just want to get as much practice as I can this week before the weekend, and then obviously in the race, learn some things. I mean, this weekend, the next weekend for me, and all the other weekends I do the 3 races, all about learning. I circled the tracks that I did the worst at, or I feel like I don't do the best at, and I want to just get better. So for me to win here after last year, it's a huge weight off my shoulders to get better. And but yeah, I mean, as far as the points go and the wins, I mean, Austin and Extreme are just phenomenal. These two guys, they are definitely showing themselves to be the best contenders in the field. I mean, there's a ton of talent, more talent than we've ever had. So I'm really happy that just how much good competition there is. But I mean, these two guys are just incredible, and I just can't wait to race them for the rest of the season along with everybody else.
Hey, you never stop learning about league races, even as a veteran league driver like yourself. Congratulations, Mr. Slidejob 1996. You're a winner in the Cup Series at the Roval.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, I want
Ladies
to
and
thank all the commentators
yeah, hold on.
for doing a great job tonight.
Thank you guys for
I'm gonna
tuning
drink more
in
water
at
after that.
Fast Family Racing League Cup Series. Make sure to come back Wednesday night as the National Series wraps everything up at the Roval, and then we go down south. We go to Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, I believe, for Texas Motor Speedway. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Stay safe.